This is the Lockpicking Lawyer, and what I have for you today is a TriMax model TCL75 wheel lock. This lock was sent to me by Paul in Canada. It's actually something that's been on my to-do list for a while because it has a really interesting core under this dust cover, but it's also pretty pricey at around $55 on Amazon. So Paul, thank you very much for sending this my way. This is a lock that's designed to be secured around a tire and wheel, much like we see in these photos on the packaging. Now, this is not a vehicle immobilizer like a boot or a clamp, for the simple reason that you can still access the lug nuts. If you tried to use it as a boot, the owner could just swap on the spare tire and drive away. This lock is better for things like trailers, campers, ATVs, and things like that. Now, the lock itself is reasonably beefy. It's about 7 pounds, and I don't see any cheap castings as part of the unit. I checked it with a magnet, and it appears to be all steel with the exception of this brass core. Now, the core is where this lock gets really interesting. So let me prop this up and give you a slightly better view of it. Okay, you can see we have a round keyway with a post in the center, which means that our key needs to be tubular in shape. There's 8 pins in 2 different layers that interact with the key from 4 separate angles. So it's a bit like a cruciform lock with a round keyway. The key itself is pretty wild looking. Let's zoom in on this for just a moment. 2 oddities with it. The first, there only appears to be 2 different cut depths. It's either very deep or barely touching. Now, if in fact I didn't just get unlucky and there are just 2 depths, that means that we have very few key differs, only about 250. The other odd thing with my key is the number on it. A123456. I either got very lucky with this, or I suspect this is a very common key. So let's see what it takes to pick this open. Luckily for us, tension is not going to be an issue because we have a convenient notch right on the face of the core that I can stick a little wiper insert into. So let's get some tension on that, and I'm just going to use a standard hook to probe the pins. Okay, I'm on the bottom right. Got to click out of the top one and nothing on the bottom. Bottom left, nothing on the top, and got to click out of the bottom. Top left, click out of the top, nothing on bottom. Top right, nothing on top. Bottom is binding. Got to click there. Little bit of movement on the core. Bottom right, nothing on the top or bottom. Bottom left, nothing on top or bottom. Top left, top is binding. And it looks like we got this open. And once you open that up and it pops out, it allows the 2 jaws of this clamp to separate, and then you can either remove it or apply it to a wheel. Okay, so that wasn't terribly difficult to open. It is an unusual core, which is probably going to stop a lot of people from even attempting to open it. But if we think about it, the tension is really easy to apply, the keyway's pretty open, and the tolerances are sloppy. And even with 8 pins, that makes for a pretty easy pick. So that's all I have for you today on this TriMax model TCL75 wheel lock. Paul, once again, thank you very much for sending this my way. To everyone else, if you do have any questions or comments about this, please put them below. If you like this video and would like to see more like it, please subscribe. And as always, have a nice day. Thank you.